Played, we played a couple games this past weekend. Lubbock Christian and UT Permian Basin. Lubbock Christian, probably the best team we'll play all year. I mean, and that means we played Texas Tech, Arizona, New Mexico State, and UTEP. I think Lubbock Christian is better than all four of those teams. They're just a phenomenal, well coached. I mean, they have 6'5", 6'4", 6 foot on their back line of their zone. It's very impressive to see, how good they are. I mean, now I will say, we're making strides to get closer to them. Where they last couple years they beat us by 50, 60. Not been very good, but this time we only got beat by 30, so we're making the strides to get there. But they're a very good team. They're just very, very good. Anyway, so the next game we played UT Permian Basin. UT Permian Basin, very athletic, very quick team, which fits us perfectly because that's kind of what we are. We had a 13-14 point lead at half, and in the second half we came out and did really well at the beginning, forced it up to 17, 18 points. We just didn't close the door. We allowed ourselves to relax a little too much, and we let UT Permian Basin back in the foot, put their foot in the door, and they took advantage of it and got us all the way down to 3. So it got a little scary in the end. But our girls, the positive thing against Fort Lewis, where we had a lead late and let it slip away, and Fort Lewis beat us. This game we had a lead late and kept it. So our girls learned a lot over just a week. And so overall we're 2-2 right now. I know it's hard to compare scores, but I still feel like if Lubbock Christian didn't shoot 7 for 8 in the first half from the 3-point line, we may have been a little bit better off too. Because against Fort Lewis, Lubbock Christian got taken to overtime, and that's the same Fort Lewis team that we had beat at Fort Lewis. So I still think we're a lot closer to Lubbock Christian than what that score indicated as well too. But just to kind of go over some accomplishments of our girls so far. I mean, we got 5 kids that are averaging 8 points or more. We scoring, I don't think will be a problem for this team. I mean, we can score from the perimeter, we can score from the inside, we can score from the outside. There's not a huge issue with our girls in that regard. I mean, we got, let's see here, 5 kids that are shooting over 43% from the field. We got a couple kids that are shooting over 40% from the 3-point line. These are 2 girls that, are kind of come off our bench, and they kind of give us that boost, Brianna White and Jordan Cooper. I told Jordan, I said, Jordan, if we get better players around you, I think you're going to become better. Jordan, through her career, has been a 36% 3-point shooter, which is not bad. But I feel like we've got better players now, and she's shooting 45% from the 3-point line. So, I mean, you can definitely see an increase in her game. It was really good. 2 of our better scorers, Cassandra Harris and Michaela Connor, it was really good to see them get going. Against their 6'5" and 6'4" posts, and Cassandra Harris is only about 5'9", 5'10", she had 21 points on them, and she was taking it right to them every time. So it was good to see her get going. Michaela Connor against UTPB led us in scoring with 14. So we're going to continue to need those 2, which are 2 of our better scorers, to get going. So we're getting it working okay? Okay, we're going to have some, we got some highlights against Lubbock Christian that we'll show you guys. This first one, and again, just several of our girls that have played really well for us. This first one will be Sarah Stinnett, once we get it going. Okay, pause it real quick, Coach. Come on, pause it real quick. Okay, this first one is just a zone set we run. Okay, and we've run it to a lot of success, where we screen the top of the zone, we draw that wing defender in, and either they got to make a decision. They're either going to take the ball handler or they're going to take the 3. And that time they took the ball handler, and Sarah just made a great play right there. Okay, next play is Cassandra Harris. Okay, go ahead and pause that. And that's what I'm excited about with this team, is that we actually do have somebody that we can actually throw the ball to inside and go score. And you can see here, I wasn't kidding about Lubbock Christian about how big they are. Go ahead. Go ahead and pause it, Coach. The nice thing about Sarah Stinnett is, and she's told me this several times, she's like, Coach, it's nice to know that I don't have to take the whole load on myself, that she has other players that she can lean on and rely on. And I think that was very evident in the UT Permian Basin game when she was our leading scorer last year. Sarah Stinnett, I think she only had 10 or 12, whatever, against UT Permian Basin. She is totally comfortable letting those other girls just take over. And that's what I think is going to make us a lot better this year. And if you ask Sarah, she doesn't care whether she scores 2 or has to score 20. She just wants to win. That's what I love about her. Okay, this next one is Brianna White. Okay, no, these next two are videos of Michaela Connor as well too. The girl I told you, she's probably going to be one of the better girls I've coached as far as getting to the hole. So you'll see those examples right here. I'm sorry, that was Brianna White, my fault. See, that was her 3. These next two will be that. Okay, and pause it real quick. That's one thing that I think helps with her is she transferred from Grand Canyon, so seeing bigger players and things of that nature is not a shock to her. She's played against those kind of players all the time. So again, you can see here we've definitely upgraded our athleticism from the years past, and KK's got a couple more, and then a couple more from Cassandra, and then we'll let it go. That's good, Coach. Okay, those are some of the girls that we feel are going to obviously have a huge impact for us. And you can see, when we recruited this team, what we wanted to do is be able to score from various angles. We've been able to. We can score from the perimeter, we can score from inside, we can score from out on the wing, and that's huge for us, especially heading into Lone Star play. And I tell you, the Lone Star Conference is really interesting to watch the scores because it's so up and down. On the women's side, some teams that you thought were going to be really good aren't as good. Some teams that you aren't quite sure where they're going to be are a lot better. So it'll be interesting to see how it all shakes out once we get there. So, do I have any questions? Nope. All right, Laura.